morning, beautiful people, and welcome back to Monday Over Negativity. If you're new here, I'm Ivelis, your start to the week, your reminder that you're doing better than you think, and your little pocket of peace before the chaos begins. Maybe you're driving to work right now, maybe you're doing your makeup, or maybe you're still laying in bed convincing yourself to get up. Either way, I'm glad you're here. Here, Mondays aren't about rushing, they're about resetting. We breathe, we laugh, we remember who we are. And today's reminder is a good one. We're talking about what happens after gratitude. When thankfulness turns into giving and your light, the one that's been tested, stretched, and dimmed, becomes someone else's reason to keep going. And before we dive in, I want to dedicate this episode to the quiet givers because tomorrow is Veterans Day. So happy Veterans Day to all who gave their light long before the world went dark, especially my uncle Mike, Isa, and Randy. Thank you for your service and all the other veterans all around. You remind us that real giving doesn't need attention. It's steady, it's selfless, and it's rooted in love. Some people talk about sacrifice, others live it.
This is MON, still showing up.
Hosted by Ivelis.
Happy November, y'all. And yup, November. The season of saying no to what drains you. And yes, to peace, purpose, and people who pour back in. But here's the plot twist. While we're saying no to chaos, we're also saying yes to giving differently. Now, did you guys show up this week? But you guys show up every week because you guys are here listening to me. So let's start with this first MON story. So this first MON story is from Tiffany. And she said, I sat in my car outside for 15 minutes. Mascara running, playlist on shuffle, trying to convince myself to walk in. I wasn't sad about one thing, it was everything, but I took a deep breath, wiped my face, and clocked in. Nobody saw the battle before the smile. Still, I showed up. She showed up because it takes a lot, especially when you're having a hard day, to just walk in and pretend like everything's okay and having to deal with coworkers that you don't even want to deal with on the day to day. So kudos to you, because that's a job in itself. Especially if you're in corporate America, you have to do that small talk. And then the second MON story is, she said, I walked into the laundromat with one basket, headphones in. On the way back, the bag ripped. Damn. You imagine walking back and all your clean clothes fall? And then she said, socks down the street. Some guy yelled, you dropped your vibe. She says she laughed so hard she forgot she was embarrassed. He should have helped her picked it up.
Did. So she dropped her phone.
Well, anyways, you still showed up. Hopefully some of your laundry was clean and you didn't have to go back and clean it, because the floors be dirty. At least the streets be dirty. Especially in these streets now. Hopefully you got your vibe back. But anyways, guys, continue sharing your MON stories. It makes each other's day, and it reminds us that we're all humans and we all go through things. Now, we all talk about gratitude, lists, affirmations, those little reminder posts that say, be thankful. But what really happens after gratitude? Gratitude isn't the finish line, it's the doorway. After gratitude comes giving. Not just money, but giving your energy, your kindness, your patience, your presence. I mean, it's November and it's the month of giving. And gratitude wakes up your heart. Giving keeps it beating because thank yous hit different when you live in it instead of just saying it. Now, I want to share this story that I've heard the other day, and I'm like, wait, I need to share it with my MON fam because it really goes along with the theme, and I can't stop thinking about it. And it'll all make sense in a little. But there was this man who owned a little candle shop in a small town. Every evening before closing, he would light every candle. I mean, it's probably like a folks tale or something because I would never do that. Fire hazard. But anywho, even the ones that were cracked or half melted, the glow filled the street. That literally people would just stop just to watch it. Then there was one night a storm came. The power went out across the whole town. It was literally pitch black, except for one small window down the road. The next morning, someone asked the owner, "How did your candles stay lit when everything else went dark?" He smiled and said, "Because they were already burning before the storm came." And that line, that hit my soul, okay? Because sometimes we wait until life calms down to start showing up. God doesn't need your flame to be perfect. He just needs it to stay burning. You might not even realize it, but someone's walking through darkness right now, and the glow from your heart might be the reason they don't give up. The storm doesn't decide your light, your fire does. Don't wait to feel ready. Be ready before the storm. And even cracked candles still glow. Luke 6:38 says, "Give and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." I love that because God's math doesn't make sense. He multiplies what we release. The more you pour, the more he fills. The more you give, the more he grows your capability. And it's the season of giving. It's a time where we're supposed to be pouring into one another. And since we're talking about giving, I was on TikTok the other day and I saw a story that stopped me like mid scroll. But someone was covering gas for TSA workers and federal employees who were still showing up to work without pay. And honestly, there's so much going on right now. You go on the internet, you see that there's long TSA lines, 5 hours. Did you see in Houston how like they had the lines were outside just to get in to check their bags? Like it's insane. And I get it. Like I'm not going to work if I'm not getting paid. But those who are still showing up, we should be helping and giving them. So I saw this person trying to raise money to give them so they can get into work. And it's a really sad time that we're living in. And this is a time where we should start giving. Someone saw that and literally said, "I can't fix it, but I can fill a few tanks." That's giving. That's from the heart. That's what faith looks like in motion. And then I saw this other trend, which I want to challenge you guys to do it too. And I'll be doing it too. And it's where people are making Dollar Tree meals and a Ziploc bag. They go to the Dollar Tree and they find these little meals and recipes. I saw this girl's TikTok that I'll probably tag her. She does the little recipes and she donates that. It's literally simple but powerful at the same time. And I can hear somebody right now, you're probably listening to this like, "Girl, I'm broke going to work too." But you know what? Same. But at least we are getting paid for it. Somebody's literally out there praying for the job we complain about. That's why giving matters. So I'm going to challenge you to tag me in those Dollar Tree meals, because giving isn't about the money that you spend, but it's about the memory and the thought behind it. And then maybe you're like, you know what? I don't even have $8 to spare. That's fine. Or I don't have money for their gas. Like I barely can fill up my gas, and you don't know literally where to start. Start locally. Thanksgiving is around the corner, the perfect time to pour back into your neighborhood. I remember when I was back in college, I used to volunteer at this local food drive every November. And I remember we would pack boxes, fill up the little shopping carts with like the cans to help family. We would load their car. And let me tell you, that was a workout. My wrist hurt. I was lifting, like, forget leg day. Let's try carrying, 50 pounds and pushing a cart bag full of like rice in like 30 degrees weather. But the part that stayed with me wasn't the work that I was doing. It was the look of relief when someone realized that they can feed their family that week. And that kind of peace, no gym session, no nothing gives you. So maybe this week, call your local church, because I know churches be doing it, food pantries, grab your friends and start small. Because gratitude means nothing if it never leaves your hands. And giving is what turns thank yous into a movement. You don't need a platform to make an impact. You just need a heart that still cares. The fastest way to feel rich is to give. Peace hits different when it passes through you first. And we pray for miracles, but sometimes we are the delivery. Now, this week's Self Love Monday is simple, and it's what I've been talking about this whole episode. And right now, you're probably like, be quiet, I get it, give. But give what you can and keep what you need. A lot of us think that self love and giving can't exist together. Like, if I'm pouring into others, I'm emptying myself. But that's not always true. Real self love is knowing how to pour without emptying yourself. It's lighting others' candles without blowing yours out. So this week, do one small act that comes from love, not from pressure. Drop off a meal bag, send that kind text, hold the door, smile at someone who looks like they need it, and give something back to you. Rest, prayer, quiet, or even laughter. And I always say that it's important to give, because one day that can be you. Like today you're fine, but you don't know when it can be you tomorrow. So God blesses cheerful givers, even when the gift is small, even when it's gentle, even when all you have is love and good energy. You don't have to like the world, just your corner. Even small lights break through darkness. Keep burning, even if it's just a spark. And remember, this is the last day where you can pick up your MON merch, the Blackout collection. So make sure you get yours. Same time, same place, still showing up. Bye now. I actually have no energy anymore. Especially Uncle Mike, Isa, Randy, Mercedes. Right? You're a veteran?
Yeah.
Wait, you were a veteran?
You
Vert?
you could take my name right out of there.
You're not a veteran?
I am. I
Oh.
just don't. Yeah.
Is he still a veteran?
Yeah. Yeah, if you were in the army, you're a veteran. Or the Navy or whatever.
Whatever. I didn't know that. Thank you for your services. I feel like I need a Red Bull. Do people still use the laundromat?
Yes. Yes, Idaliz.
What? What?
Not everybody's blessed enough to have a washer and dryer at home.
Well, no, but I mean,
People
like,
live in apartments.
well, yeah, apartments have the.
You get bougie apartments.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'll clip that one out. I'll clip that one out. But it's 2025.
Yeah, and we broke in these streets.
But you would think they would at least have like an apartment, like in their own, like there's some apartment buildings that do have their
They got
washer
the
and
new
dryer,
ones, not the old ones.
but not in the unit. Like they have like a section.
That's probably broken or dirty or nasty. Probably got some platon poop in there. Do you want to wash your clothes after your vecino que quiere meow?
No.
Exactly.
But that's the same thing as laundromats when you go and you don't know.
But at least you don't know.
But we're not making fun of you.
Yeah.
I think my brain doesn't process things until like a while. I mean, I just feel like my HQ is not high enough.
Hell no, to the no, 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 hell to the no.
Your HQ?
Yeah, the HQ, the mesh. Oh, no. It's the IQ, not A.
Yeah. I think I have to agree with you there. I don't think your HQ is high. I think that shit's on the flow.
Okay, because I flipped it. Instead of an H is an I. You know, the H comes before the I.
There's no H in IQ.
I comes with H. I'm thinking of the alphabet, so instead of H, it said I. 6:38 says 17:30. Oh no, it's 6:38. 8.
So we're gonna hit some rap music when you're about to speak about the Lord.
There's rappers that praise the Lord.
Not that one. That one praise that ass. Not the Lord.
Okay. Mercedes, you want to don't sign up for a local drive?
We probably should with the church.
Yeah, we should do it. Or I remember in where I went to college, they had one up in crossing the bridge. We would go. I remember that day.
Para la iglesia, lo que tú tienes que... You need to do the church pantry. Looking over here to Kings.
No, it was where people go pick up their turkey for free.
Yeah,
It was
but
that little.
la iglesia lo hace también. Vete para la casa de Jesucristo.